Denmark is well known by its culture of rye-grown and efficient swine business, but these two facts can be combined. To cast light on how it works in practice, a team of KWS Ukraine has decided to visit a local Danish pig farmer who feeds hybrid rye to his pigs.
Hello, will you please introduce yourself?
My name is Jeppe Blok Nielsen. I'm 37 years old and I have a swine business in Denmark where we have 1,700 sows and produce 25,000 finisher. The rest of the pigs we export to Italy when they are 30 kilo.
Do you have a closed cycle on the farm?
Yeah, it's a closed cycle. We produce our own genetic and then we export again 40,000 piglets when they are 30 kilo, and the rest we grow.
And what are the main markets?
The main market for our piglets, it's exported of the 30 kilo piglets to Poland or Italy, Romania, Germany.
Mainly European market?
European market, yes.
Okay.
But if we take the finisher when we slaughter them, so the main market for the meat, it's all over the world. And now we have big export to China because of ASFR.
So let's go inside your farm.
Yes, we can go inside, look.
How many sows do you have on your farm at the present moment?
At this moment we have 1,700 sows, and it's quite new for us because we just decrease the number of sows. So we moved in 850 sows 4 weeks ago. So in the future our plan is to produce 62,000 piglets from this farm each year and grow them to 30 kilo or some of them for finisher.
So as far as I understand, there are some possibilities to enlarge your business in Denmark, because I know that the land is not so much land in Denmark.
In Denmark we have a lot of animal on a low area, and we have strong rules about environment. We need a lot of permissions to get, and they are very difficult to get in the moment. And there are a lot of focus from the Danish community that farming it's bad for environment. Everything what we talk about in Denmark now have to be green, but I think it's a trend, so maybe it disappear after some years. But it's not easy to get new permissions to decrease farm in Denmark at the moment.
What other prohibitions do you have now? For example, castration of boars?
At the moment we still castrate our pigs. As a farmer I want to stop tomorrow if it could be possible, but the slaughterhouses tell us they can't sell the meat. But if you go to UK or you go to Spain, they're not castration, so I not understand why they can't sell it. But one of the things what will be big for the Danish farmer the next year, that is we use some zinc oxide when we wean the piglets, and that have to be stopped because it's EU rules, and that's on the short basis the biggest issue for us, I think.
So, and what the possible alternatives for zinc?
The alternative for zinc is to get stronger pigs weaned, and then find some alternative which help at the same way. In Denmark we have strong rules on our use on antibiotic, and that means we have to stop using. We still have to use lower numbers of antibiotic. It's decided from the government.
Are these restrictions ruling now?
Yeah, we have, and it's crazy much, and it's controlled on farm level. Each month it's estimated how much we used, and it's controlled by the Danish veterinarians.
Each month you have a controller here on the farm?
No, we don't have a control on the farm, but we have some special system where it's registered which antibiotic we buy. And then they can see there how much we use compared to how many animals we have on farm. All that have to be registered in some special system. We can't buy any antibiotic without it come from a veterinarian, and the veterinarian, when they have to register in this system which medicine used for this farm, and we're not allowed to use anything else as what go through this system.
I know that you feed your pigs with rye, with hybrid rye. All the age groups eat this diet?
We do it in all the age group. We use, and the reason we use rye, it's two things. One thing, it's good for our field production because we are able to get more output from the same area. So that's the reason we start use rye. And after we start use rye, it was not so popular to use in the feed for the piglets. But we start many years ago, and we have used rye in our feed from the last 15 years, and we use more and more because we see the business on the field is better and better, and that means we have to use it in our pigs. All the plant we grow on the field we use for our pig production.
For example, what percentage for sows, for piglets?
For sows, we approximately use 15 to 20% for in the farrowing areas. And for the weaning piglets, in the beginning we try use less, maybe 10 to 15%, and then when they become bigger and bigger, when we take the finisher, we use up to 50% of rye without any. We don't see any problem for it.
Do you see positive moments, positive influence of hybrid rye in a diet on pigs?
The good thing with the rye, especially when we talk about the sows, is there is a lot of good fiber in the rye what we use, and these consulants what we use to make our feed plan, they also think it's a good idea. And all my experience, I have the farm experience, but this consultant what we are using, they have the more technical experience. I'm not so, I don't know so much about the technical experience. I more know about the farm experience, about how it works. And we only see good things start use a lot of rye.
How many hectares of rye do you have?
We normally have 160 to 200 hectares. We can use more. We also buy some rye for some of it, but we not have enough plant production to make enough feed for our pigs. So we buy a lot of different kind of wheat, barley, rye from other farmers.
And you are using Danish genetics?
We are using mostly Danish genetic, but we considering now to change a little because.
Why so?
It's because the Danish genetic, we have a problem with it. If you ask me as a farmer, the problem with the Danish genetic, it's we have succeeded too much. They are born much more pigs as they can take care of, and if you ask me as a farmer, that's a problem. I more like that the sow born the piglets what she can take care of, because now we're making a lot of changing because a sow may be born 18 piglets and she can take care of 14 piglets, and that means we have to do something about the rest of the pigs, and then we make a lot of, in Danish it's called ameso stepmoms. That means we wean some piglets from some sows which are bigger and put the small pigs. And if you ask me, it's something about the license to produce, and that means, if you ask my mind, the piglets have to stay their own mom. I think if we look compared to the people, we don't want to share our children. It's again something about the license to produce, and we have so much focus on environment and other things from the community, and I think this can be an issue also if we don't do something. But it's only because we succeeded a lot.
And what genetic you would like to try?
The Danish genetic, if we have to choose some alternative, we have Topics Norsevin or we have PIC. That's the only alternative we have on the Danish market nearly. There are some other, but they are very small, and I don't think that will be an issue. So I think that will be one of the way we maybe will look at it in the future. So we get a better sow to take care of her own pigs. That's our plans.
So what is a normal average daily gain on in a nursing here on the farrowing unit?
We mostly wean piglets when they are 28 days old, and the average weaning weight will be it's much different from farm to farm. Our weaning weight it's 6.5 kilo, and then in the climate area the daily grow from 6.5 to 30 kilo, 32 kilo. It's 500 gram a day. We have a lot of focus on the daily gain. but we have more focus at the cost to grow that kilo. Because that's also something about rye. It's make sure that we have a lower cost price for the feed from the fields, and that means we have cheaper feed for our piglets. And in the end, that means business, because we can say it's okay for me they grow a little slower if the cost price to grow that kilo is lower. So it's all time, it's bottom line, it's only the thing we have focused. We want to make the top results, but it's the bottom line who decide.
And what are the ingredients of this cost production of 1 kilo of daily gain?
When we look at that, we have in Denmark, we estimate how much it costs to grow 1 kilo of meat, or 1 kilo of pigs. That's the cost price. And then it's not help. Example, if we say today we have 500 gram daily grain, we could go to 600 gram. But we have the cost price, we have to use much more money to get that. So the business will be more bad. So it's these two have to go hand by hand. So if we do a little more expensive feed, so we expect they grow a little quicker, else we don't have to do it, because we only have focus bottom line.
You said you have finisher unit, and in general, how many pigs do you sell per year?
The future plan now is we have to sell, even it's 30 kilo piglets or slaughter pigs, we have to sell 62,000 pigs each year.
In Denmark, there is a tendency that smaller farmers going out of business and big become bigger and bigger. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. But again, I will not say that it's better business to have a big farm. I don't believe it. I believe that to have a small farm can be okay business, but it's a trend. And if you look all over the world, everything become bigger and bigger. And why, we don't know, but it's just how it is. Because I can just say in Denmark, when I look from the last 15 years to all my colleagues, which also have had farm, I don't think the big farm earn. If you have a farm on 500 south, if you get 1,000 south, you not earn double number of money. But what's more important, you not get more happy. So I think it's also a question about to make sure that, of course, I have a lot of focus. This is business, but it's also have to be fun to stay up in the morning. So again, it has to go hand by hand. And the issues, also when we see in Denmark, 50% of our employees are Ukrainian, because we can't find Danish people to help us.
Pig farming in Denmark is not very popular among young people, for example?
Not at all.
Why so? How do you think?
I don't know. I think when they sit at the pub at the afternoon, it's not so popular to say I take care of pigs. So it's more popular to do something by computer and things like that, I think.
Why have you decided to become a pig farmer?
I'm born to it. My father has had pig farm also, and yeah, I can't see what else to do. It interests me a lot. It's my life, you know. I can say I go at work. The farming, it's my life.
What is the main philosophy of your farming, of your pig business?
That's a big question, but of course, in the end, it's bottom line. We have to earn some money so I can pay my bills, I can pay the salary, all that. But it's also, for me, it's something to be proud of, to make sure that we produce results that we want to have. I stay up in the morning and want to do things we do yesterday have to be a little better today. And when we talk welfare and our pigs, it's only the best of the best is okay. It's very important for me that we are treating the pigs as best as possible, and we try to make our systems in the different locations as perfect as possible for the pigs, so they grow as best as possible. But again, for me, if we have pigs who perform at the highest level, that means also that we do something right on the welfare, because if you mistreated some pigs, it not means good business.
The farm is your job, but do you have a hobby?
Pigs is my life, I would say, nearly. But I also have a family. I have 2 children, 2 boys at 4 and 6 years old. So I use a little time in it. And if I have some free time also, I take my mountain bike and go to the forest. They are on farm, not daily but weekly. They are part of it, you know. And it's also important for me that they learned where the meat come from.
Would you like them to be farmers in the future?
I don't know, they have to do what they think is best. If you ask me today, so no.
Why so?
The cost to be a farmer on the level where I want to be is very high, and that means a lot of working hours. And in the Danish community there is a lot of focus that farmer just want to earn money and pigs and mistreated the pigs, and that's not how it is.
Yep, thank you very much for your excursion. We are really grateful that you let us in your farm. It was a really interesting thing. It's just perfect and wonderful your animals are, and I wish you that your plans all come true. So thank you very much for the conversation and for the visit.
You're welcome.
Today you've seen a real Danish pig farm, found out the peculiarities of doing this business, and why pigs consume hybrid rye and how it influences their health. We hope you liked this video excursion. All the best, bye bye!